Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie. In this video I'll be showing you how to make a bucket hat. Now a bucket hat comprises of three parts: the upper part, the middle part, and the brim. Okay, so now to get the upper part, you need to consider your head circumference. So you have to measure, take a tape measure and put it around your head to get your circumference. In my case, I have 22. So right now, 22 divided by 6.28 is going to give you 3.5. Okay, and I'm going to be folding my paper into 4. So I will fold my fabric or my paper. This is my pattern paper. I'll fold it into 4. You can see I'm folding like this and folding like this as well. So, and I'll just come to this pointed part and measure from this point to 3 points. Place your tape like this and measure round. So the best you can do is to, this is have about 4 sides now. Opening it this way, you have some crease lines. Okay, so you can just measure from here to this point and multiply by 4 because you have 4. Okay, so that's what I will be doing. I have taken it and I have 5.625 from this point to this point and multiplying by, sorry, I need to do my calculation. Multiply by 4, 5.625 times 4 will give me 22.5. You know why it's, I told you that my head circumference is 22. Okay, so definitely if you cut your pattern very well, it should give you the circumference that you used. So, but right now I think I have 0.5 as the difference and it's not bad at all. So right now I'm going to make use of that 22.5, but I'm going to divide it by 2. Okay, so I'm going to divide it by 2. So 22.5 divided by 2 will give me 11.25. all right, so this is going to be the measurement to use to draft the pattern for the middle part. This is my straight line and I will measure my 11.25. yes, 11.25. So I'll just project this upward. Alright guys, now I am going to measure 3 inches. All I'm just doing is to like cut a kind of rectangle. Okay, so 3 inches as the width, and I'm going to connect. So this is what I have. Can you see what I have right now? So now I am going to just expand it a little. I will just divide it into 4, folding it this way. I will fold it again into 4. Now the idea is to create some crease lines on it. All right, so this is what I have. So along this crease lines now, I'm going to slash and spread just a little. I'm just going to note one side as my starting point. Okay, so this is it. So you're not really touching this side at all. So I'm going to be spreading and I'm cutting through my crease line. Yeah, not completely through. Okay, you can see what it looks like right now. So I will just grab a fresh paper and place this on it. This side is going to be stabilized first, and that's why I marked it. Staple together. Yeah, so I can now spread this. So you are spreading by 1/8 of an inch. So with the help of my pen, I'll just indicate where the 1/8 is going to be so that I can just secure with a tape. Okay, now I am done spreading. You can see I spread by 1/8 of an inch, and I am going to cut. So this is what I have. Now don't forget that this is the down part. This is going to be fixed or attached to the brim, while this is going to be attached to the top. Okay, and that is the essence of leaving this side the way it is, because it should go round. It has to go round it. Okay, and if you feel that this 3 inches is a bit small, then you can increase it maybe to 3.5. So we have 2. You know, I said that this the bucket hat comprises of 3 patterns. So we have gotten 1. This is the second one, and the last one is what I'm about to show you how to do. Okay, now that I have this, I'm going to measure this side. Don't forget that this part is going to be attached to the brim. So right now, just take your tape and measure the down part. So I have about 12 here. So this 12 now, or maybe 11.9. So I'll be using this measurement to draft my brim. With my paper here, I'm going to do exactly the same thing I did when I drafted the pattern for the middle part. So my measurement for the brim is 12 inches. So I'll just draw an horizontal line. I'm going to measure 3 inches, still the same 3 inches I will use. You can decide to, reduce yours. So this is what I have. Then I will do the same thing. So this is what I have. I opened it up by 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so this is what I have. So this is what I have. Can you see? So now I'm going to just label it. This is my brim. This is the brim, the middle part, middle, call it any name you want. So please ensure that this sign is to remind me that this has to be called unfold. Okay, so by the time you place it on your fabric, you will know that this sign is to be cut, this side is to be cut unfold, and this side is to be cut unfold as well. Okay, so these are the 3 patterns that I need. I'll cut 2 for this, 2 for this, 2 for this, but please make sure that these 2 are cut on fold. So when you cut on fold, you cut 2, then this you cut 2 as well. I'm done cutting with the patterns I made. So here I have the upper part, and I added my seam allowance to it. It's going to be a different fabric inside and a different fabric outside. So that's why you need 2 different fabrics, and you're going to cut 2, 1 for each. And the same thing applies to the rest of the pattern pieces. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, since you've labeled it to be the middle, the brim, and the upper part, so what you're going to do when you're joining, you're going to fold it into 4. Okay, this already has been folded into 4, so just fold this way and fold this way. Okay, so that is when you're about to join. Then, or instead of just cutting, because this my fabric is very thick, so cutting might be a bit difficult because the fabric will be a bit bulky. So I'll just use my marker pen to illustrate that. Okay, this has been divided into 4 according to the crease lines that are on my paper. So all I'll just do is to pick this, mark it, and mark here, mark, and mark. Okay, these are seam allowance, so it might not be, it won't even show. By the time you sew it in, it will be inside. The idea is just to make it a bit easier for you when you are joining. Okay, so, and I have this right now, so I'll just go with the markings on the fabric. I am done marking. I'm going to be joining separately. Okay, you can see I have 2 colors here. I have wine and I have gray. Okay, I'll join all the wine color fabric pieces separately. I'll join the gray fabric pieces separately before I now bring the 2 together. You have to be very careful so that you would not take the brim for the middle part. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside. So this is it, right side to right side. This is my wrong side. So all I will do, just to sew here, I'll stitch this side and close it up. Okay, and the same thing I will do here. I'm just going to close it up and close it up. Okay, I am done stitching the opened parts of each of the fabric pieces except this. Okay, so I did this as well. Can you see what I did? And this as well. Okay, so this gray color fabric pieces are going to be joined separately to make one, and this is also going to be done the same way. So let me just quickly show you how to do that. Brim, the brim is curvier than the middle piece. Now I'm going to go by the markings, okay, that I have here. All right, so I'll just pick, let me start from the seam line. So this is my right side, and I'm going to just place it right side to right side, opening it this way. Just place it on one of the markings, and you use your pin to secure. So those markings are just a guide for you, okay, so that you will not go and attach wrongly. Okay, so and the next is going to be, because you can easily place it on your machine and just sew it round the brim, and you are going to do exactly the same thing. I am done attaching with pins. You can see what I have. I haven't stitched it, but I just attached with pins. So this is the top part, okay, the round part, and this is the middle piece, and this is the brim. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is to take it to the machine and sew round here, sew round here, and I will do the same thing to the other colored fabric pieces. So then I will now show you what to do next. I am done joining all the fabric pieces. Okay, so I want to say that you can add your interfacing in order to have more structure on the bucket hat. Okay, so each of the pieces could have interfacing pressed or attached to it, okay, but for me, I don't think I need interfacing for this. The next thing to do is to join these two together. So I will just pull this is the right side, so one has to be turned to the right side while the other should be on the wrong side. So the one on the right side should be pushed into the other one, okay, so this is the wrong side for this, and this is the right side for this. So just put it this way. So this is my seam line for this, and here is my seam line for this. So I'm going to match it together, seam lines to seam line, and I will take my pin and attach together. So you are going to do this all around. You attach with pins together. So by the time you finish attaching with pins, then you place it on your machine and sew round. But you won't close it up. You will sew it round, and you'll be leaving just 2 inches for the turning, because we need to turn it inside out. Let's get to it. I am done sewing, joining together, and I have about, it's not even up to 2 inches. I almost forgot to leave the 2 inches stuff, but at least the moment I remembered, I quickly stopped. Okay, so I'm going to just turn it through this opening. I'll turn it inside out, so I'll be doing that off camera. I am done turning inside out. You can see what it is, and here I have pinned it, and this is what I have. Okay, so the next thing is to stitch round, just stop stitch round to secure it, and this is what I have. Can you see? I hope you gained something today in this video, and I hope to see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share the video and comment. All right.